What is up, you guys? I am back with another video, and today I'm doing a story time for you guys. I'm pretty excited for the story time, mostly because I just posted a vlog, and the vlog has a lot of the footage that is like live from this story time. So I'm going to be inserting some clips in here. If you want to see the full thing, then go ahead and check out the vlog. I'll put a time on the screen here that you can skip to in the vlog. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, just go to that time and you will see this all go down, like all of it. So today's story time is on the time that I pretty much got kidnapped and taken to the ghetto in Jamaica. Kidnapped, I will use the term loosely, but basically I was stuck in a man's car in Jamaica because if I wasn't in his car, I would have been stranded in the fucking like mountains. And I honestly thought that I was gonna get kidnapped in that moment. I'll just get into the stories and you guys will understand what I mean. Before I start, I want to say make sure to check out all of my socials. I will post it on the screen here and the links down below. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram and everything. And yeah, let's just get right into the story time. Okay, so it all starts on my family trip to Jamaica. So we went to Ocho Rios and we were staying at this like resort and we're having a really good time. Okay, so prior to going to Jamaica, my sister had received a lot of messages from her friends saying like, hey, like, have you tried KFC yet? Like, hey, make sure you try KFC before you go back home. Oh my gosh, the KFC in Jamaica is blessed and make sure you go check it out, go try it. And I'm just sitting there like, why is everyone hitting her up about this KFC? Like, I think I've read stuff on Twitter about it, like the KFC in Jamaica is lit. But I've never actually had someone tell me that it is, but everyone was telling my sister. I don't know why. Like, she was hyping it up like, Ashley, we need to try the KFC in Jamaica. I'm not even that big of a KFC person. To be honest, I don't eat it. I don't really fuck with it. I don't eat it here. I don't like it. I like Popeyes. But I was just hearing all the hype, so I'm like, man, I gotta try it. Like, I gotta know what this is all about. So she's getting all these messages, and we see a KFC on like day 1 or day 2 of the trip, day 2. And my sister's begging my dad, like, can we please stop? And my dad's like, no, we're already gonna eat over there, blah, 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 blah. We'll come back in a few days, maybe, we'll see. And my sister's like devastated, as am I. So we're just like, okay, we'll come back, we'll convince him to bring us back. So day 6 of the trip, we have not gone to KFC yet. So we're like, what the actual hell? My dad like scammed us. Like, we haven't gone to KFC, like what's going on? So my sister and this guy from the resort who works at the bar, who we've been like very friendly with the whole week, they're just talking on the beach while we're chilling, and they're having like small talk, and then they start talking for like an hour or something, and eventually she brings up like, oh, so how's the KFC here? I've heard that it's really good. He's like, it's really good. And she's like, oh my god, like I gotta try. He's like, there's a spicy one, 3-piece combo, blah blah blah. He's like telling her about it, and she's talking to him, and then she's just like, yeah, I'm so mad because we didn't get a chance to go, and like the taxi there's $20, and he's just like, okay, well, like I can help you find a taxi because they scam you guys. They charge you $20 to go 5 minutes away, but if you're actually a Jamaican, then they know, and they charge you the $2 that it's supposed to cost to get down to that area. So my sister's like, wow. And he's like, yeah, I can help you guys find a taxi. He's like, actually, I can just drive you guys if you want. And then she's like, really? And he's just like, yeah, I don't mind driving you guys. Like, it's okay. Like, you guys can meet me later on. So she's like, all right, cool. So maybe an hour, he comes back and he says, all right, so like later on tonight, you guys can meet me at 8:00 p.m. And you guys have to make sure that you leave the resort, you walk down all the way past the gates, and then you make a right and wait for me there. So if that doesn't say sketchy, I don't know what does, but the story only gets worse, and I want you to keep in mind, this story is all for some chicken. Okay, so in Jamaica, right now, they don't have daylight savings, so right now the sun sets pretty early. So by like 7 o'clock, it's already dark. Like at 8 o'clock, it was pitch black nighttime, looked like it was 12 o'clock midnight. Okay, so it hits to like around 7:45. So my sister and I are like, we should probably go now because the walk from the end of the resort all the way to past the gates is like a good 10 to 13 minutes. So we leave the resort. Mind you, we look very nice this day, we will say, just because like we're on vacation, obviously we're gonna look good every day. So we're walking, and then it starts getting quieter and quieter and quieter the further we get from the resort. So all of a sudden, all you can hear is crickets, and it's pitch black. There's a bunch of palm trees lining the roads, and I'm just starting to freak out. This is kind of sketchy, no?
So it's a little dark right now.
Are you sure we should be doing this?
Mind you, if I don't come back home.
I know. Yo, do you want to just run there?
Let's go.
Okay. God. Is that a person down there? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. This is why you should wear your
So as you can see, I was feeling a little bit panicked because it was really dark. The palm trees were there, so like the coconuts can fall on your head and bash it in and you can die. I know I'm a little bit extra, but you know. there's like random like people walking past us. Like it was dead other than us two, but then randomly there'd be like one person that's like walking past us like this, and we just like look at each other for a second, keep walking, and they'd be like, wagwan sweetness, blah blah blah, like just like trying to talk to us, because like I said, we looked good that day, to be honest. And that was a little bit weird, but other than that, it was like isolated. There were no like guests from the resort. It was all like the local people, and it was all men that we were passing by, maybe about 3 in general, because the walk was pretty long. It was literally just a long dark walk, no cars, no noise, no nothing, just darkness in Jamaica. So I'm here freaking out about like, should we do this? Like, this is scary. Like we could die. Like, I'm thinking coyotes can attack us. I'm thinking cats can attack us, because the wild cats, I love cats, but like wild cats are kind of scary. I'm just freaking out. I'm freaking out. So my sister is here trying to calm me down, which is kind of pissing me off, but she's trying to calm me down because I'm getting paranoid.
Why? What's
wrong? I'm freaking out. I don't have my glasses on, Stephanie. I can't see any. I don't have my glasses on me.
Okay, so then chill out. It's just dark. If we were on the beach, it would just be the same kind of dark. You're gonna be fine.
Well, it's not like we're in Kingston.
You're making me nervous. Like, it's a resort. We could
Sorry.
walk to Conroy's house. You're so excellent.
So the paranoia finally starts to go away as we get closer and closer to the gate, because at the gate there are workers there who check your wristbands when you come in and out, and like let the cars in and whatnot. So we finally come out, and then we see the sign of the resort, so we make a right and we stand on the edge of the street. So the edge of the street is like kind of far from the actual resort gates. Like there's a sign from the resort, but like you're not actually on the property anymore. So you're just like on the edge of the street in the fucking nighttime in some random ass area in Jamaica. So all you see are just cars passing by. These cars are non-stop passing by, honking, passing by, honking. Every 2 seconds we're getting a taxi driver open up his car door, open up his window and say, hey sweetness, you need a ride? Hey little, like non-stop people are passing by talking to us, honking. It's just like, I'm starting to get scared. I'm like, oh my God, like, and then it hits me. We're about to get in a car with a guy from Jamaica that we do not know, with no cell phone service. My phone is dying. 2 pretty girls. He knows our parents don't know that we're leaving the resort, and we don't know where we are. So he can literally take us anywhere. So that's starting to sit in my mind, and I'm just thinking about the like, holy shit, we should not be doing this. Gets in car. So the car pulls up, and it is a beat up car. I'm not even trying to be rude. I don't have a car myself, so I don't like to bash anyone's car, but the car was looking pretty rough. Like, it was looking pretty rough. It was really old. It was like roll down windows, and it was making a loud noise, okay? So the guy starts driving, and right away I notice that he's taking some other way, because I'm not familiar with Jamaica, so I'm not about to say anything because I don't know where I'm going. So I'm thinking, okay, he's probably taking other streets. But he's taking some like strange way. He's going through alleyways and stuff like that, and we're like driving to the KFC, and I'm just like, okay, is this the same way that we took the other day? Saying nothing. He's driving like a maniac. A lot of people in Jamaica, they do drive pretty reckless, I will say, but it's like they all kind of can anticipate the other driver's move, so they're actually like really good at driving. But I'm not gonna lie, if they tried to drive like that over here in Canada, it wouldn't work. But this guy's driving like a maniac, like worse than any taxi driver we've had, worse than any driver we've had, like worse than any of them. Like he's driving psychotically, so I'm having anxiety in the back seat. Oh, and he doesn't have seat belts. Like, what? Like he didn't have seat belts. The front and the back did not have seat belts. I'm sitting in the back, my sister's sitting in the front. No seat belts anywhere in sight. So I'm just like, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm just gonna die. So we started driving, and then he starts to say, oh, this over here? We're like, yeah, this is the ghetto. Okay, I've always wanted to go to the ghetto in Jamaica. So we're quiet. My sister's just like, oh yeah, like she's being really nice. She's talking to him a lot. I'm dead silent in the back seat. I'm just kind of having a strange anxiety because his driving is freaking me out. So I'm sitting there like, so lo and behold, I start to see the beautiful man with the red and the white on the sign, lighting up the night sky, KFC. So I'm like, yes, thank you God, we made it to the KFC. So we get into the KFC, we have our meal, we sit there for a bit, and then we get back in the car and we're on our way back to the resort. Or so I thought. So we're driving. The resort's about 7 minutes away. It's been about 12 minutes at this point. I don't know where the resort is. I'm starting to freak out some more. And he just keeps driving through alleyways, through the ghetto, and all of a sudden he gets to like this mountain area. So I'm just like, where are we going? So my sister is just like, oh, this is nice, where are we? And then he's just like, oh, we're in my neighborhood. Oh, why are we in your neighborhood? He's like, I want to show you my house. Okay, so we start driving up a mountain, and the mountain is extremely steep, okay? So like, imagine just like a mountain, like I don't even know because it was so dark I couldn't even see it, but all I know is that the mountain was like this, and you have to just drive around. But the turns are extremely sharp, so it's like this, like it's sharp turns. But this man's going like 90 kilometers an hour up these sharp turns, and he's not slowing down. You know how when you make a turn when you're driving, you're supposed to, I don't know, slow down a bit? No, this man's going whipping it through these fucking uphill mountains over the sharp turns. Like, I was freaking out because I don't have a seatbelt and there's no barricades. It's Jamaica. You drop off the mountain, you die. Like, they're not gonna barricade the whole mountain. So I'm thinking like we're gonna fall over the edge and die. Like, I was just freaking out. And on top of that, the car was going so fast and the car was so loud that the noise of the car and the exhaust and the engine and whatever was freaking me out even more because it just made everything feel 100 times faster. Because going zoom, 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 like it was just so scary. And that's not even the worst part. So I'm going up this mountain with my anxiety level through the roof because I think I'm gonna die before I even get to his neighborhood. And then I think that if I do get to the neighborhood, I'm still gonna die because why the fuck am I going to your house? So I'm sitting in the back seat like, we finally get to the top and he starts to slow down. So he slows down right by a group of like older Jamaican men. So all these men, maybe about 6 of them, are sitting outside on like crates and the edge of like the sidewalk type of thing and like just standing around, just like drinking Red Stripe beers and whatnot and like chilling. And I'm already kind of freaking out because he stops the car by a group of 6 men. Like, I don't trust men that much, to be honest. Like, and I don't know these men, and he stops the car right by them. We're here, and there's maybe a foot of space between the car and these men, and our windows are rolled down, so they are looking straight at my sister and I. And he just like kind of says hi to them, and we're just like, he proceeds to get out of the car. Why? I have no idea. He says, I'll be right back. He gets out of the car, and I'm just like, what's going on?
Yeah, no worries. This is sick, like seeing it.
Where do we stop? What? Okay. Do you say how long it's gonna be? So while he's gone, these men are just standing there and they all fell silent and they're just staring at us, and my sister and I are just silent. We're not talking to each other, we're not talking to them, and it's just silent, but we're so close to them that it's just like a strange presence. Like it's just awkward. And the windows are down, like I said, so it's not like they can't see us or they can't hear us if we were to start talking. Like, it was just weird, and all you hear is crickets. So I'm starting to like freak out because I'm just like, where did he go? Why am I sitting in the car in the middle of a mountain in Jamaica by a group of 6 men alone with my sister? And why are we even here? All I wanted was some chicken. So we're sitting there. Maybe 6 minutes go by and he finally comes back and he sits back in the car and he starts driving. He says nothing. Apparently he went to go get something. What that was, I have no idea. At the moment, I thought it was either a knife. Sorry to get a little bit explicit, but I thought it was a condom because I honestly thought he was going to rape us, or a gun, or I don't know, but I thought he was about to go get something. So I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, why are you gone? So he comes back in the car and he sits down, he doesn't say anything, and he drives up maybe 3 houses ahead and he says, this is my house. So I'm just quiet. I literally was saying nothing. My sister was like, oh, it's nice, blah, blah, blah. She was being really nice, but I could tell that her voice was shaking. She was trying to suck up to him so that he wouldn't want to like harm us, but her voice was very like shook, like I could tell. At first I thought she was calm, and I was like, why is this girl so calm and like having a good time? Why am I the one that's like the bad energy person right now, like dragging down the vibe because I'm so anxious and nervous? But like, no, I had every right to be, to be honest. And anyways, so he shows us his house from the outside, and then he keeps driving maybe a couple houses down, and he stops the car again. And there's a guy in front of our house that has no shirt on, and I look at him like, who is this person? And the guy gets out the car and talks to his friend, the guy with no shirt. So the guy that took us, the resort worker, so let's just call him Benny. So Benny is talking to his friend now, and he, like I said, got out of the car again, and the shirtless friend comes up to my window and shakes my hand through the window. So I'm just like, nice to meet you. Shakes my sister's hand and starts asking us questions. How long are you guys in Jamaica? Who are you here with? Blah, 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 blah. And then Benny's friend proceeds to go back in the house, and Benny gets back in the driver's seat. So we're sitting there for a couple minutes, and we're like, oh, we should probably go. Like, you know, we need to pack. We're leaving tomorrow. So, like, do you mind taking us back to the resort? He's like, just wait. So I'm just like, okay. And then my sister's like, is your friend coming in the car? He's like, I don't know yet. And then maybe a couple minutes go by, and my sister asks him again, like, oh, your friend's coming, right? And he's like, I don't know yet. Just keeps saying, I don't know. I think she asked him about 3 times, and he kept saying, I don't know. How do you not know? If your friend's not coming, why are we waiting for him? Like, what's going on? So a couple minutes go by, and his friend finally gets out of his house with a shirt on and comes around the driver's side and to the back seat and opens the door and sits next to me. So I'm just like, why are you sitting next to me? This is my space. I don't know you. And why are you bringing your friend in the car in the middle of the mountains in Jamaica with these 2 girls that you know should not be comfortable with a stranger in the car? So his friend gets in the car, and I'm here thinking like, oh my god, this is a setup. This is a setup. They decided to just take us. He's gonna go get his friend. They're gonna drop us in the middle of the woods. They're gonna rob us, rape us, leave us stranded in the woods on the top of the mountain, and we're gonna be stuck. Like, we're gonna be stuck. I'm freaking out at this point. I'm trying to be nice to the guy because he's talking to me, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. Like I said, my phone's dead. I know I am an idiot. I am well aware. Go ahead and tell me I'm an idiot, because yes, I am, for all of this. And we're sitting in the car, and then he starts to go back down the mountain the same way he came up. He's going like 100 kilometers an hour now because he's going downhill, and he's not slowing down on turns. He's just going like down the mountain, which is terrifying. Again, no seatbelts. Anxiety levels are shot 10 times higher than they were before, and I'm freaking out. I couldn't even get some footage from this part because the guy was next to me, but I'm freaking out. So he's going down this mountain, and then all of a sudden he slows down, and then he turns the music down, and all I can see in front of me is just like forest, like just like green. So at this moment, I really think he's gonna stop the car and like kill us or something. And it gets worse. You know what his friend says? His friend says, you know, a lot of people come to Jamaica and they get nervous getting in a car with someone, and they wouldn't do something like this. When I tell you I thought that moment was the moment that I was gonna die, I'm not joking, because I thought he was gonna stop the car and say, you know, those people are right. Those people are right for feeling that way, for being nervous or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, because the way he said, I wish I could remember exactly what he said, but he basically said like a lot of people come to Jamaica and are scared of the stories that they hear and wouldn't do what you're doing right now. That's what he said. He mentioned the stories, and he's just like saying that. So I think that he's about to be like, yeah, you know what? You shouldn't be scared. Let me tell you, I was praying in that back seat. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I was literally sitting there like, please, dear God, let me and my sister get back to the resort safe. I promise you, God, that I will never do anything so stupid again. My eyes are closed, and I'm praying, like praying, because I'm so scared. And I'm just like, I set myself up for this. My parents are gonna read about me in the news and just know that I did it for some chicken. Like, they're gonna be so disappointed in me. Like, I'm just like, holy shit. The guy turns the music back up, keeps running right down the mountain, right down the mountain, right down the mountain. Shows us a statue of Marcus Garvey. Keeps driving, keeps driving. 10, 15 minutes later, I see a beautiful, beautiful sign that says Rio Ocho Rios, Jamaica. It's the sign of my resort. It's the sign of my resort. And then he pulls up in front of the resort, and he said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I was just thanking God. I was just thanking God. I was shocked that I made it out unharmed, alive, untouched. Honestly, guys, it was the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. The stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. I got into a car in another country with strangers who happened to be older men with a dead phone that had no cell service in a beat up car in an unfamiliar area to the top of the mountains of a guy's neighborhood surrounded by I don't know how many other men for some chicken. And do you guys want to know the best part? Let me just tell you the best part. The chicken, it wasn't even that good. It wasn't even that good. It tasted like regular ass North American KFC with just a little hint of spice. A little hint of spice. That's it. It wasn't even anything special. Everybody hyped it up. So yeah, the chicken, it wasn't that good. If you guys wanted to know, it really wasn't. It was pretty much the same shit as regular KFC, just a little bit spicier. So yeah, that is my story time of the day, of the time that I almost got kidnapped in Jamaica and I got taken to the ghetto and the top of the mountains for KFC. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I do want to say something, guys. If you ever go on vacation or even in your own area, just don't do anything as stupid as me, because that was just the dumbest thing my sister and I could have ever done. And if my parents even knew that we did that, oh, by the way, they didn't know that we left the resort. If they had known that we had done that, they would have been so angry and disappointed, because they raised us better than that. We're not usually that stupid. I don't even take rides from friends after the club because I don't trust anybody, if they're drunk or sober, you know what I mean? I didn't know this guy. I don't know him. I still don't know him, and it was just really stupid. So if you agree with me, you think I'm stupid, I don't need your hateful comments down below, because I am well aware I have learned my lesson. If you think I'm a fucking dumbass, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, because I know I am. So if I see 100 thumbs up on this video, I know that I'm a dumbass. But it's okay. It's okay. I got a story time out of it. That's all that matters, right? That's all that content. Let's get that money. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you want to hear some more story times, I will definitely be posting more on my channel. Just let me know. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos and subscribe if you are new to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, stay cute. Bye, guys.
We ain't got all the shit, yeah.